Hello pupils, welcome again. We are continuing with our session as today we are going to continue with our ways used to conserve the environment. As we learned in the last session, we discussed those things that used to conserve the environment, and we mentioned a lot of things. As you can refer to the first videos that we explained a lot about ways used to conserve the environment. Then we started the definition of environment. We learned those things which are found in our environment, but also we discussed the ways used to conserve the environment. So I would like to take this chance to welcome you again to continue learning about the ways used to conserve the environment, and we shall discuss the benefit of conserving the environment. So welcome again. So another way used to conserve the environment is recycling. So recycling, this is the process of changing waste materials or used products. The process of changing waste materials or used products into new products. So you can use the used materials or the old materials or the waste materials into a new product. Example, plastic containers can be used as flower or vegetable pots. So instead of throwing the plastic containers or broken buckets, you can use them to plant vegetables or flowers, and you can make the environment look attractive. So we have another food remains can be used as a manure. So those food remains, instead of throwing them away, you can keep them in the farm and you can use them as a manure for the agricultural activities. Also we have waste paper. So the waste paper, instead of burning them or instead of throwing them away, they can be turned into egg trays. As we know, there are some egg trays which are made from papers, the waste papers. So very important to be creative. So instead of throwing those papers away or burning it away, we can use them to prepare or to make or to create egg trays. That is what we call the recycling. To use the used product into a new product. To change the alternative use of the used product of the waste materials, to change their uses. Instead of take them as a waste material, you can use them as a new product. So that is what we call recycling. So it conserves the environment. Industries, another way that you can use to conserve the environment, it means industry should be built far away from people's home. That is another way that we can conserve the environment. We can protect our environment. So industry should be built far away from people's home. As we know, the effect of industries. Industry, they used to emit the smokes. So those smokes which are emitted from the industries, the smokes emitted from the industry, they destroy our environment by causing air pollution. So air pollution now, it has got the effect to the people. So but once those industries build far away from people's home, people, they will be safe from the air pollution, from the smokes which are emitted from the industries once they are operating. So from there, now you've understood those ways used to conserve the environment. So let us see some benefits of conserving the environment. So the importances of conserving the environment. As we know, to conserve the environment is something very important. Number one, once we conserve the environment, we will get enough rain. We need rain for growth of our crops and water for our own uses. So which environment is very important to conserve so that we can get enough rain? We should conserve the trees and the forest. Conserving trees and the forest, as you know, trees and the forest, they support rain formation, so we will get enough rain. But after conserving the trees and the forest which are found in our environment, so we need to stop deforestation. We need to stop cutting down trees with no reason. So we need rain for different uses. As you can see, growth of our crops. If there is no rain, even our crops, they will dry up, and we will not get water for our uses. So very important for us to conserve the environment, as we will get enough rain. Number 2, wild animals and birds will get habitation. Wild animals and birds will get habitation. Wild animals and birds will get habitation. As we know, birds, they used to survive in water bodies. There are some other animals, they survive in trees and the forests. So keeping of those water bodies and trees will allow these animals to get the habitation. They will not die and get mixed with people. We shall remain safe, because those animals, they won't come in the people's environment. They will remain in the environment, because the environment is not destroyed. The environment, example, forests are not destroyed, or trees are not destroyed. So they will remain in the environment, and they won't come in our environment, and also we will remain safe. Number 3, our livestock will get pastures. Our livestock will get pastures. Rain makes pastures to grow. As we know also the importance of rainfall. Rain make pasture to grow. So our livestock, our animals that we used to keep them, they will get pastures. They will get grasses to eat. Number 4, medicine will be available. Medicine will be available. When we protect the forest, we get different species and medicinal herbs for curing many diseases. As you know, most of us, we use traditional medicine from trees, tree roots, tree leaves, tree barks. We use them as a medicine. So the availability of those trees, it will make also the availability of medicine. So if once we cut those down trees, we lack medicine from the trees or from the forest. So we should protect the forest so that we can get different species and medicinal herbs for curing many diseases. Number 5, we get shade and cool air. As you know, also this is the importance of trees. Give us shade and cool air, fresh air. So trees give us shade and help to cool the air. So we will get oxygen, which is produced by plants. So we need oxygen in order to live. Very important to keep those environment, to keep the trees and the forests. Number 6, many rivers will not dry up. Many rivers will not dry up. We shall get water to drink. As you know, also rivers, they depend on rain so that they can get water. So many rivers, they won't dry if there is rainfall. The rivers will have enough water, and we shall get water to drink. Also, we will get plenty of crops, fruits, and other forestry products which we can use for food, and also raw materials in factories. So because the presence of rainfall and is due to the presence of trees and forests, also we will get a lot of crops, also we get a lot of fruits and other forestry products like timber, because trees are there and are protected, so they are growing well. So here there are some institutions which take part in environmental conservation. There are some institutions which take part in environmental conservation. So in Tanzania here, there are many institutions in our country which take part in environmental conservation. So the following are some institutions which involve themselves in protecting the environment. The first institution, we have Vice President's Office. Vice President's Office. This is the first institution that is responsible to conserve the environment. The Vice President's Office has the responsibility of educating people about the environmental conservation. That is the first responsibility of, example, the Vice President now, Samia Hassan, she is responsible. Her office one of the responsibilities of our office is to give or to educate the people about environmental conservation. So it prepares programs of educating people on the importance of conserving the environment. So this institution, very important, and its main responsibility is to prepare some programs of educating people on the importances of conserving the environment. Another institution is National Environment Management Council. National Environment Management Council, NEMC. National Environment Management Council, NEMC. NEMC was established in 1983. NEMC was established in 1983 with the aim to oversee environmental management issues. With the aim to see environmental management issues. So it is the government organ that promotes environmental management in Tanzania through coordinating, facilitating awareness, raising, enforcement and assessment, monitoring and research on environmental issues. So another institution is NEMC. Say NEMC. NEMC. And the long form of NEMC is National Environment Management Council. National Environment Management Council. So this is responsible for managing or facilitating and awareness raising about the environment. Yes, thank you. From there, I have an exercise for you that you can do it, so that to see wherever if you have understood the lesson or not, so you can attempt these questions. Question number 1. So choose the correct answer and write it later. Keeping many animals in the small environment causes dash dash. Keeping many animals in the small environment causes dash dash. A. It causes floods. B. Soil erosion. C. Increase in land fertility. You know the answer. Number 2. Which practice can be done to conserve the environment? Which practice can be done to conserve the environment? A. Deforestation. B. Mining. C. Overgrazing. D. Reforestation. Put the answer. Number 3. Which among the following is the importance of clean environment? Which of the following is the importance of clean the environment? A. Increase pollution. B. Provides us with fresh air. C. Attract insects. D. Eruption of disease. That's the answer. Number 4. Clean environment is important because it dash dash. Clean environment is important because it dash dash. A. Needs some money. B. Prevents us from diseases. C. Make us intelligent. D. Cut down trees. That's the answer. Number 5. What is the environmental conservation? What is environmental conservation? A. Dumping of waste carelessly. Burning forests and bushes. Keeping large number of livestock. Protecting everything surrounding us. That's the answer. Number 6. List down any 3 natural components of the environment. List down any 3 natural components of the environment. These natural components of environment, we learned them in the last session. We discussed about the natural components of the environment. So here now mention only 3 natural components of the environment. Number 7. Mention 5 ways of conserving the environment. Mention 5 ways of conserving the environment. So, since the last session we started to discuss these ways of conserving the environment, and today we've already discussed about these ways used to conserve the environment. Mention 5. Number 8. What is environmental conservation? What is environmental conservation? Number 9. What is NEMC? What is NEMC? Number 10. Define the following terms. Define the following terms. Define overgrazing. Define reforestation. Define afforestation. Define overgrazing. Define reforestation. Define afforestation. Write true or false to the following sentence. Write true or false to the following sentence. Driving cars which produce heavy smoke protect our environment. Driving cars which produce heavy smoke protect our environment. Dumping waste carelessly from home makes the environment look attractive. Dumping waste carelessly from home makes environment look attractive. Planting trees protect the environment. Planting trees protect the environment. Using environmental friendly fertilizer and crop rotation destroy the environment. Using environmental friendly fertilizer and crop rotation destroy the environment. One way of conserving the environment is to stop dumping waste carelessly. One way of conserving the environment is to stop dumping waste carelessly. Using biogas in cooking protects the environment. Using biogas in cooking protects the environment. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a nice time as you're going to do this exercise which I've given to you. Thank you. Bye bye. Let us meet in another session, and we shall continue about the environmental destruction. So I hope you will watch the second video, another video. See you. Bye bye.